The debate hall hums with tension. Lights glare. Two women stand on stage, one armed with logic, the other with faith. The crowd leans in, waiting for blood. They don't expect what comes next. Round 1, the fingerprint argument atheist, smirking. If your God's so perfect, why didn't he just mass-produce humans? Same face, same DNA, efficient, right? Murmurs. Cameras zoom. The Muslim girl doesn't blink. Muslim girl, calm, holding up a fingerprint card. Allah isn't a factory, he's an artist. 8 billion people alive, not one shares this. Taps the card. You unlock your phone with it. Governments track criminals with it. Yet it's just skin? Random? Or proof the creator knows you better than you know yourself? Screen flashes Quran 41:53. We will show them our signs within themselves. The crowd stirs. Round 2, the drone paradox. Atheist, mocking. If God sees everything, where is he? Show me. Let me touch him. Laughter. The Muslim girl taps her remote. A drone's eye view of a city floods the screen. Muslim girl. From the sky, this drone sees every car, every person. But can they see it? No. Pauses. Now imagine the one who watches not just this city, but every city, every heartbeat, every thought. You don't see him. That doesn't mean he's not watching. Silence. The atheist smirk falters. Round 3. The black hole. Screen shifts to a swirling galaxy. A void at its core. Atheist, arms crossed. We've scanned the cosmos. No God, just stars and silence. Muslim girl points to the black hole. That darkness. It's invisible. No light, no sound. Yet it bends time, crushes stars. Science fears it, but can't see it. Steps closer. So why can't the maker of black holes exist beyond your telescopes? The room chills. Even the atheist hesitates. Final blow. The DNA code, DNA helix glows on screen. Atheist, confident. We're just chemical codes. A, T, C, G, no designer needed. Muslim girl laughs softly. 4 letters. That's all it takes to build a human, a whale, a forest. Eyes lock. Find me one random code that writes itself. Your phone's software needs engineers. But DNA, trillions of lines perfect by accident. She lifts a vial of Zamzam, drops one sacred bead into a glass. The sound echoes. Allah doesn't shout. He doesn't argue. He just is. And no debate can erase that. The hall freezes. The atheist opens her mouth, but for once, no words come. The crowd erupts, not in cheer, in awe. Fade to black. Who wrote the language of DNA? The crowd falls silent. She. If DNA is a language, who wrote it? The screen displays a twisting strand of DNA, unraveling then rewinding like a silent reply. The creator signed his name in every cell, not in ink, but in design. She steps into the light. Science itself seems to pause. Where's the soul? The atheist leans forward, arms crossed. Atheist. We've cut open bodies, scanned brains, no soul. Where is it? Some nod. The Muslim girl doesn't rush. She steps forward, calm. She. Tell me, have you ever had sleep paralysis? Whispers spread. Your mind is awake, but your body won't move. You scream, but no sound comes. You're trapped inside yourself. A slow-motion video plays. A person frozen, eyes wide. Science calls it a glitch, but that feeling, it's proof. There's something inside you that isn't flesh. She recites softly. It is Allah who takes the souls at death, and those that do not die in their sleep. Quran 39:42. The hall holds its breath. If God exists, why can't we see him? The atheist smirks. Lights dim. A blazing sun fills the screen. Atheist. If God's so powerful, why hide? Show us. The Muslim girl pulls out eclipse glasses. She. Try staring at the sun. You can't. It blinds you, and it's just a star. She faces the crowd. Now imagine its creator. Do you really think human eyes could withstand his light? The screen shifts to a solar eclipse. darkness, except a halo. Eyes do not perceive him, but he perceives all eyes. Quran 6:103. He doesn't hide. He protects you, even from his own glory. Silence. Awe. Death is just the snooze button. The screen shows endless graves, nameless equal. Atheist. Death is the end. No one comes back. She. From above, every grave looks the same. Billionaires, beggars, all waiting. She holds up her phone. You hit snooze on alarms, 5 more minutes. But one day, it stops ringing. The screen loops, a hand slapping snooze until black. What if life is the same? Final verse on screen. Every soul will taste death. Then to us, you return. Quran 29:57. The audience stares at their hands. The weight settles. We hit snooze to death until one day it doesn't ring back. She spoke quietly, but every word cut deep. Every day, life warns us. The call to prayer. A funeral is passing by. News of sickness, loss, heartbreak. And what do we say? Not yet. Let me live a little longer. We hit snooze until someday the final alarm rings, and this time we didn't wake up. A pause. Then she recited the Quran. The death you run from, it will meet you. 62:8. You can delay waking up, but you can't delay the day you're meant to rise. The room held its breath. On the screen behind her, a blood bag pulsed, red, lifelike, beside a hospital patient. If science can save lives, what does God do? The atheist woman stepped forward, arms crossed. You say God gives life. Well, so do we. Blood donations, surgeries, rescuing people from death's edge. So tell me, what's left for God to do? Murmurs spread. Some nodded, others shifted uncomfortably. The Muslim girl walked toward the screen. This blood? It can sustain a body, delay death, but it can't create life. She turned sharply. You can pump blood, hook up machines, force oxygen into lungs. But if the soul is gone, her voice dropped. No doctor, no science, no power on earth can bring that person back. Silence. Blood keeps the body moving, but the body isn't the one breathing. Something else, unseen, makes us alive. When will it leave? The monitor behind her was flatlined. No amount of blood can fix that. She raised her hand. Donating blood is heroic. It buys time. But creating life? That power belongs only to the one who made it. The Quran says, "The soul is from the command of my Lord." 1785. At that moment, even science seemed to bow. A shooting star doesn't need to last long to make you believe. The lights dimmed. The screen showed a dark sky. Then suddenly a streak of light. A shooting star. The atheist smirked. Stars, galaxies, explosions. It's all just physics. The universe is chaos. We don't need God to explain it. The Muslim girl watched the fading light. You call that a meteor, a rock burning up in seconds, gone forever. Yet, people make wishes on it. They stare in awe. Their hearts stop for something that lasts less than a breath. She turned to the crowd. So tell me, why does it still move you? Because deep down, even a flash of light in the darkness reminds your soul there's more than just random chance. A verse echoed, "We adorned the sky with stars and made them weapons against evil." 67:5. Even a falling star has purpose. You call the universe chaos? Then why does its smallest light feel like a sign? If you can't see it, does that mean it isn't real? The screen changed, sound waves pulsing silently. The atheist challenged her. Prayer, the soul, feelings, all invisible. If we can't measure them, why believe they exist? The Muslim girl smiled. You don't see sound. But when I speak, she gestured to the waves. You hear me. Words travel unseen, touch your ears, change your mind. Just because you can't see something doesn't mean it isn't moving you. She stepped closer. You can't see the wind, but you feel it. You can't hold a thought, but it shapes your life. The most real things, love, faith, the soul, are the ones no microscope can find. Final line, strong and memorable. What you can't see might be the most real thing about you. Invisible things change us. Screen, a whisper turns into a glowing wave. Muslim girl, when someone says, "I love you," you can't see it, but you feel it. It changes you. Pauses. The most powerful things? Invisible. Sound, emotion, pain, healing, prayer. Quran 67:3 appears. He knows what is in the hearts. We don't measure sound by its shape, but by its effect. So why doubt the soul just because it's subtle? Silence. A heartbeat monitor flat lines on screen. Blood keeps the body alive, but when the soul leaves, no amount of blood brings it back. Quran 17:85 flashes, "The soul is from the command of my Lord." Giving blood is noble, but creating life, that power belongs only to the one who gave it first. Darkness, a shooting star blazes across the screen. Random universe. Look closer. Atheist woman, smirking. Stars, galaxies, just physics. No God needed. Muslim girl, gazing at the shooting star. That meteor, a burning rock, gone in a second, yet people wish on it. Their hearts pause, turns to crowd. Why? Because even a flash of light reminds your soul, there's something bigger. Quran 67:5 appears. We made the stars as missiles against devils. You call the universe random? Then why does meaning chase us, even in a falling star? Good deeds, but did you press save? Screen. Words typed fast, then deleted. Atheist woman. I'm good without God. I will help. I don't lie. Why need him? Muslim girl. Clicks power off. Screen goes black. You wrote so much, but didn't save it. Pause. Goodness is beautiful, but if it's not tied to the one who gave you life, on Judgment Day, where does it go? Quran 18:110 appears. Do good deeds and worship none but him. Prayer isn't just to remember God. It's so he remembers you. Final image, a single star shining in the dark. Goodness without God felt incomplete. The screen lit up, a handful of fresh dates resting in an open palm. The atheist woman smirked. Religious people cling to old rituals, dates, scarves, ancient customs. The world has moved on. A murmur of agreement filled the room, but the Muslim girl stepped forward, holding a single date. Let's talk about this. She paused. In the desert, nothing grows. No water, no life. Yet this fruit thrives. It nourishes. It heals. It lasts for years. And when the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, broke his fast, this was his first bite. A new slide flashed, modern science calling dates a superfood. So tell me, was this just tradition? Or divine wisdom before science caught up? She let the silence hang. Outdated or timeless? For a moment, the room held its breath. Look at the camel. The screen shifted. A lone camel walking across endless sand. The atheist woman laughed. The Quran tells people to look at camels? What's next? Divine donkeys. The Muslim girl didn't flinch. The Quran says, do they not look at the camel, how it was created? 88:17. She pointed to the screen. This animal survives weeks without water. Its nose closes against sandstorms. Its feet walk on scorching earth like it's nothing. Is that random or engineered? The room went still. No one laughed now. Just bee vomit. Honey dripped golden on the screen. The atheist scoffed. It's just natural sugar. Why make it holy? The Muslim girl tapped the mic. Bees travel miles, communicate through dance, and create a substance that never spoils, healing wounds even modern medicine can't. And 1400 years ago, the Quran said, From their bellies comes a drink of varying colors, wherein is healing for mankind. 1669. She leaned in. So how did an uneducated man in the desert know what science proves today? Silence. The eye, just luck. A close-up of a human eye filled the screen, every detail flawless. The atheist shrugged. It evolved. No designer needed. The Muslim girl smiled. Then why does the retina process light 10 times faster than any camera? Why do tears disinfect? Why does it heal itself in days? She crossed her arms. Random mutations or precision? No one answered. Because some questions shake even the surest minds. Final line. And in that moment, goodness without God felt incomplete. The eye, screen shows a close-up of a human eye. The Muslim girl speaks softly but cuts deep. Muslim girl, your phone camera needs lenses, focus, a designer. Your eye does all that, instantly. Yet you think it came from nothing. Slide flashes, retina, iris, optic nerve, brain processing 1,000 images per second, without you even thinking. Muslim girl, you see a painting, you know there's a painter. You see an eye, perfect, self-cleaning, adjusting to light, and you say, accident, silence. Then Quran 67:23 appears. We gave you sight, will you not see? Muslim girl, your eyes can spot a liar across the room, but not the lie that you created yourself. The room holds its breath. Everyone blinks, hard. The fire, screen burns with slow-motion flames. The atheist smirks. Atheist woman, if your God is merciful, why scare people with hellfire? Muslim girl steps forward, eyes locked on the screen. Muslim girl, fire cooks your food, warms your home, saves lives, but touch it, burn, pauses. God's warning isn't cruelty. It's the mercy of a sign that says, cliff ahead. Footage of wildfires swallowing houses. A child's toy melts into ash. Muslim girl, no one blames fire for being fire. We blame the person who ignored the alarm. The flames vanish. The room feels cold. The earthquake, screen shakes, buildings crumble. The atheist voice rises. Atheist woman, where's the mercy in earthquakes? Innocent people die. Muslim girl watches rubble collapse in slow motion. Muslim girl, the ground doesn't shake to punish, it shakes to wake us up. Footage of a man praying in the ruins. Sometimes the only way to make us listen is to break what we lean on. Quran 99, 1-3 appears. When the earth quakes its final quake, man will ask, what's happening? Muslim girl, not every crack is destruction. Some are exits. Back to him. The floor beneath them feels suddenly fragile. The sunrise, time lapse of dawn. The atheist shrugs. Atheist woman, sunrise is just science, rotation, orbit. Why drag God into it? Muslim girl doesn't flinch. Muslim girl, Earth spins at 1,000 miles per hour, orbits at 67,000 miles per hour. Yet sunrise, never late, never early, pauses. You call it automatic. I call it an alarm clock set by the one who never sleeps. Quran 3:190 flashes. In the day and night are signs for those who think. Muslim girl, science explains how. God asks why. The screen fades to black. No one moves. The miracle they couldn't ignore. Scene 1. The quiet hall. The room was silent. Everyone had seen the miracle that morning. The screen faded in. A mother holding her crying child, whispering comfort. The air felt warmer. The atheist woman stepped forward, her voice softer now. If God is so merciful, why is there so much pain? If he loved us, wouldn't he stop suffering? The question weighed on the room. The Muslim girl walked to the center, hands folded gently. Have you ever seen a mother take something dangerous from her child? The child cries, but the mother knows it's love. The screen showed a mother pulling scissors away, giving bitter medicine. stopping her child from running into traffic. Allah's mercy is greater than 70 mothers. We feel pain not because He's absent, but because we don't always see His plan. A pause, then quieter. When we bleed, we remember who heals. When we fall, we remember who lifts. And when no one holds us, we remember the one who always does. The screen flashed a Quranic verse. My mercy encompasses all things. 7156. She looked at the crowd. If a mother never stops loving her child, do you really think your Creator would ever stop loving you? The silence wasn't empty this time. It felt like an embrace. Scene 2. The unshaken tree. The screen showed an ancient tree, huge, unbreakable roots deep in the earth. The atheist woman smirked. Islam is like that old tree. Outdated. The world changes. Your faith doesn't. The Muslim girl didn't rush. She walked closer, voice steady. Yes, it's old. But do you know why it still stands? The screen revealed children playing under its shade, birds nesting in its branches. Because its roots are strong, storms came and passed. Its shade still comforts. Its fruit still feeds. A pause. Not everything old is broken. Sometimes what's old is what survived. We chase modern, but forget what makes us human. Patience, humility, purpose. This tree teaches that. This faith protects that. The Quranic verse appeared. A good word is like a good tree, rooted firm, branches in the sky. 14:24. In that moment, the audience realized some things don't need to change to stay true. Scene 3. The raindrop that spoke. The screen zoomed in on a single raindrop falling, then hitting dry soil. Life burst behind it. The atheist woman crossed her arms. Rain is just science. Evaporation. Condensation. Nothing special. The Muslim girl smiled. Yes, it's science. But have you ever noticed how perfect it is? The screen showed billions of raindrops, each landing exactly where it should. Fields, mountains, deserts. Not too much, not too little. Measured, precise. She turned to the crowd. The Quran says, we send down water in measured amounts. 23:18. Rain doesn't just fall, it's sent. Every drop is a command to give life, or remind us who gives it. A final image, a dead plant reviving from one drop. You say it's just water, but if one drop can wake the earth, why doubt the one who wakes the heart? Heart softened, the room exhaled. Scene 4, the flat line that answered everything. A hospital monitor beeped steadily, then flatlined. One endless tone. Silence. The atheist woman shrugged. Life is just biology. When the brain dies, it's over. No soul, no afterlife. Just nothing. The Muslim girl didn't argue. She pointed at the screen. That sound? That's the end. No more memories. No more you. Doctors can't restart it. Machines can't fake it. She stepped closer. That last breath wasn't just air leaving. It was permission being taken. And when it's gone, even kings turn to dust. The screen went black. But in the darkness, something stirred. She turned slowly. The Quran says, every soul will taste death. Then to us, you return. 29:57. A new image flashed. The same monitor, now blank, draped in white. Science can track a heartbeat, but not the soul that made it beat. She scanned the room. You think death is the end? No. Death is proof something greater was holding you here all along. Silence swallowed the space. Not from fear, because no one could argue with the flat line. The screen changed. A fogged-up bathroom mirror. A hand wiped away the steam, revealing a face behind the glass. The atheist woman tilted her head, voice icy. If your truth is so obvious, why doesn't everyone see it? The Muslim girl stepped closer, calm. Watch. She pointed to the mirror. When it's fogged, your reflection doesn't vanish. It's still there, just blurred. She paused. Truth is the same. It's not hidden. Your heart is the fog. The screen showed the hand wiping again, clearer this time. Anger, ego, pain. They cloud the glass. Until you wipe them away, truth stays blurry. She turned to the crowd. The Quran says, it's not the eyes that go blind, it's the hearts. 22:46. You ask why the truth isn't clear, but the real question, what's fogging your mirror? Silence. Not because there was no answer, but because now it mattered. The screen shifted, a stream of milk pouring into a glass. Pure, white, simple. The atheist scoffed. It's just milk. Biology. Nothing divine. The Muslim girl smiled. Then tell me, where does it come from? The screen zoomed into a cow's body. Blood, waste, tangled flesh. Milk forms between filth, yet it comes out clean. How? A droplet of milk formed on screen. This isn't science, it's design. A verse appeared. We give you drinks from what's in their bellies, between waste and blood, pure milk. Quran 16:66. She let it linger. The one who brings purity from filth can bring light from darkness, even to a heart you thought was lost. The glass of milk stayed on screen. Sometimes, the truth is that simple. Next, an ancient olive tree, gnarled, unbreakable, glowing. The atheist rolled her eyes. It's a tree. Why the hype? The Muslim girl touched the screen. Some live 1,000 years, survive droughts, heal wounds, light lamps. A verse faded in, a blessed tree, neither east nor west. Its oil would glow even without fire. She looked up. The prophet, peace be upon him, said, use olive oil. It's from a blessed tree. A pause. In a world that fades, this tree remains. Its roots run deep. Is it light? Eternal? For a moment, everyone felt it, something unshakable. Then, a microscopic ant colony, perfect, tireless, moving as one. The atheist smirked, but her eyes flickered. Ants, small but not insignificant. Atheist, smirking. You really think ants are special? They're just bugs, tiny, meaningless. The fact that your holy book even mentions them shows how backward religion is. Muslim girl, calm, stepping forward. You think small means worthless? Allah mentions the ant in the Quran, not because it's big, but because it teaches. Screen shifts. Animation plays. Ants communicating through touch, organizing cities, burying their dead. Muslim girl. Ants don't speak with words. They talk in coded touch. They build empires underground. They mourn their dead. They assign roles, workers, soldiers, queens. Pauses, eyes locking with the audience. 1,400 years ago, the Quran gave an ant a voice. O ants, enter your homes, so Solomon and his army don't crush you unknowingly. 27:18. Before science studied them, before microscopes existed, revelation honored what the world ignored. Silence. The screen magnifies an ant, now towering, undeniable. If Allah cares about something this small, how could he forget you? The shadow that never leaves. Atheist crossing arms. You say God is always near, then why don't I feel him? If he's here, why is he silent? Muslim girl, softly. Have you ever noticed your shadow? Screen shows a girl's silhouette mirroring her every move. It doesn't speak, doesn't force, but it never leaves, even when you forget it exists. Quran 16:48 appears. Do you not see how your shadows stretch, prostrating to Allah in humility? God is like that, closer than your own shadow. You don't see him because you've stopped looking. The shadow lingers on screen. The room holds its breath. Silence isn't absence. Sometimes it's presence without pressure. Who wipes the soul? Close up, a tear falls. A hand catches it with a tissue. Atheist, coldly. People suffer. They cry. But no God wipes their tears. They do it themselves. Your faith is just empty comfort. Muslim girl holding up a tissue. This can dry a tear, but it can't heal the pain behind it. Screen flashes. A funeral. A broken heart. A lonely child. Then, someone praying, finding peace. You think God is absent in pain? Pain is when he's closest. Quran 27:62 appears. He answers the distressed when they call on him. You wipe your own tears, but the peace that follows? That's him. Screen fades to white. The room sits in stillness. No one feels alone. Final challenge. Atheist, smug, arms crossed. If God is real, why doesn't he prove it? Right here, right now. The audience leans in. This is the knockout punch. Muslim girl stands slowly unshaken. He just did. You just didn't see it. Silence. The screen goes black. Then, one word lights up. Look. The glass that silenced the room. She stepped onto the stage. Quiet, unshaken. In her hands, a simple glass of water. But not just any water. Zamzam. She didn't speak at first, just held it up. The light caught it, pure, untouched, alive. Then, her voice, steady. 4,000 years ago, a mother ran through the desert. No water, no hope, just a crying child at her feet. A pause. The screen behind her flickered. Mecca, millions, one source. Then, the ground split open, water burst forth. Not for kings, not for the powerful, for a woman, a boy, a prayer. She turned to the atheist. You asked, where's the proof of God? A slow raise of the glass. Here, in water that outlasted empires, in a well that never ran dry, in a mercy that never stopped flowing. The screen zoomed in, a single drop, ripples without end. You want God to shout? He whispered to a mother's heart. You want a miracle? This glass holds 4,000 years of one. Silence. The atheist opened her mouth, but no words came. Because some truths don't need debate. Some evidence still flows in the desert.